Continuing coverage tonight of a deadly beachfront condo collapse in Florida. Crews are currently working through the debris, trying to find people possibly stuck beneath the rubble. They were able to make some rescues this afternoon. Here's what we know so far. It happened around 2 a.m. in the city of Surfside, that's north of Miami. Nearly 100 people remain missing. Only one person is confirmed dead thus far. It's still being called a search and rescue operation, with crews planning to work through the night. There are at least 2 local connections to this tragedy. A Ringgold family was on vacation, staying right next door. They witnessed the immediate aftermath. And a woman who is among the 99 people still missing is a former Chattanooga resident. Our Meredith Aldis has more from both families. Meredith.
Greg, it's been a life-altering day for those who witnessed the collapse, who lost a loved one, or are still waiting to find out who was able to survive. Judy Spiegel, the wife of former Erlanger CEO Kevin Spiegel, is among the missing. The Spiegels live at the Champlain Towers South condo that partially collapsed. Kevin Spiegel says he was working in California when he received an emergency notice in the middle of the night. He immediately flew back to Miami and is there with his children.
We have a lot of hope that Judy is still alive and still there.
Son Josh came in from Orlando.
My mom is an absolutely amazing person. She's a fighter and she fights for every single one of us. And we won't stop fighting until we find her.
Ringgold resident Daniel Groves grew up in Chattanooga. He's on vacation in Surfside with his family and was so close he was jolted awake by the collapse.
There was this loud boom, like it's like 2 different booms, loud. I mean, like my wife and I literally jumped out of the bed. I ran over to the window, and it was this dust cloud like I've never seen before. I thought it was the same cloud. I was like, oh my goodness, we are in a tornado right now. Like, that is what this is. Everything's hitting the windows.
Groves says the fire alarm started going off, so he grabbed his kids and evacuated the building. He says if the structure had fallen any farther toward his hotel, it likely would have caused it to collapse too.
And then we would not be here having this conversation right now. So just a really surreal thing.
Groves says his family was taken to a location a few blocks away where the collapse survivors are waiting for loved ones.
Just pray for the family. I mean, I know, the people inside that building, it looked bad. And even on TV, it doesn't look as bad as it does in person. Like, I'm really, like, I went down there when it was daylight. I walked down the beach before anybody was actually out. As soon as the sun came up, it looks terrible.
Groves says after witnessing this devastation, he doesn't know if he'll ever stay in a high-rise building again.
That building was beautiful. It looked phenomenal. Why don't we just rent houses from here on out?
99 people are still missing, but authorities are clinging to hope after 102 people were accounted for and are safe. Rescue efforts will continue through the night, and authorities say they're utilizing every resource possible. Reporting live in the studio, Meredith Aldis, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.